welcome to my channel, Cheryl Life at 50, and today we're going low carb. Now I just needed to go through a few things as to why I'm going low carb when I yammered on about not counting carbs and not being able to stick to that kind of diet in all of my intermittent fasting videos. So I can't stick to keto, I can't. I've tried it and it's just not feasible for me. I can probably go low carb, but it won't be extreme. Now I'd like to say I've done keto before, and I know from that time that there were some products that I found really good and really useful during that time. But why am I going low carb? Because I'm still losing weight on intermittent fasting. I'll do a separate video on that and a weigh-in. Right, so this is all about my husband, Mike. He has type 2 diabetes. He has an incredible sweet tooth. I mean, wow. And he loves his carbs. If you've seen, again, my videos when I'm feeding myself compared to feeding my husband, he's pie and mash. He is, fish and chips. He loves his bread, loves it. And he loves porridge in the morning, his ready bread, which of course is really high in carbs. And sugar in tea and cakes and biscuits and all of that. So Mike also has a condition called essential tremor. And it's quite severe. It affects his hands, his arms, his neck, his head, and more recently his voice. It's something that progressed, it kind of creeps up on you, but then over the last few years it escalated, it became quite severe and now affects the things that he can do on a daily basis. So there's quite a lot that I do for Mike. And one of the main turning points was cooking. Mike was the cook in the relationship. Oh, I miss his cooking. I really miss his big Sunday dinners. Oh, yeah, Mike was the cook. And so, yeah, the last, I'd say 2-3 years, probably 3 years, we've been suffering my cooking, which, as you see, you will have seen before, it's mostly ready meals. So yes, that's been a massive change because it became clear that it was unsafe for him to cook. He couldn't hold a knife and a vegetable still anymore. Certainly couldn't chop or peel, and hot liquids, carrying pans, pulling stuff out the oven, it just became so incredibly unsafe. We decided that he shouldn't cook anymore and that I would take that over. So I did. Right, so it's been a long journey with the essential tremor, and again I'll do another video on it later on when we're closer to a date of a very important operation that he's going to have. And we're really pleased that he's been offered this opportunity for this operation. He's getting the top treatment, and it's called deep brain stimulation surgery. I think I've got that right. They're going to put some implants in. He'll get a little pack with a wire down his neck. He'll get a remote control and a little battery charger. We have a little joke that I'll have the remote and I can turn him on and off. But basically, if it works, if it all goes well, it will turn off the tremor, and it'll be a game changer for us. It'll change our lives completely, particularly for him, of course. The small things that he can't do anymore, holding a knife and fork properly, cutting his food. He can't do his medication anymore. I sort all his medication for him, just simple things like popping pills out of packets and picking them up. So it's been quite a journey. In order to have this operation, his blood sugars have to be right, and they're not. And that's been quite disappointing that the assessment, we found out that we would have to sort his blood sugars out. So I've been on an absolute warpath with type 2 diabetes. I've never really, that he's got it, and it's sort of like half-heartedly we try and deal with it, but he has his medication, and he's not one that you can tell what to eat, you know, or say you can't have that. You don't do that with Mike. But he has to now, he has to eat what is given. And I have to stop buying stuff in because I love him so much and I like him sitting down and enjoying a little bit of cake. But he will eat one cake and then another and a half packet of biscuits. There's no sort of in between. So, declaring war on type 2 diabetes, and we're both going low carb. There is no way I can sit and eat something high carby, you know, a nice bag of chips, or and I'm not really one for sweet stuff, but even so I couldn't sit and eat a packet of biscuits in front of him. That just wouldn't be fair. So I'm going low carb with him. I'm going to support him all the way, and it's actually going to be easier for me because it means that for once we're both going to be eating the same meals. I'll just be preparing as both exactly the same. A little bit of a tweak because there is some stuff he seriously won't eat. Won't eat leaves. He doesn't like green stuff and he won't eat leaves. I'm having to be really creative with his meals and come up with some good ideas. I've switched his ready break immediately from that to protein breakfast. He's having things like scrambled egg and bacon and spam. He likes spam and eggs and omelettes. He's had chicken omelettes. So I've really stuck to a high protein breakfast, and I found that already doing that he's not wanting lunch. Whereas before with his ready break, 2 hours later he wanted a sandwich, he wanted a snack, and he doesn't now. He's going through to tea time, so he's having 2 meals a day, which is absolutely fantastic. And his teas he is eating, and I think because of the effort I'm putting in, he is enjoying them as well, or he's saying that he is. He's been clear on his plate apart from last night when he found that he was full, and I said, well, stop eating. So he stopped eating, and he saved the best till last, which was a small piece of crustless quiche. And because he was full, he ended up not eating that naughty thing on his plate. He ate all the good stuff first. So it's working well at the moment. I'm testing his blood 4 times a day. And I just wanted to talk through some of the alternatives that I've researched and I've gone out and bought, and some of our, like I say, I've had before, so I can tell you a bit about them. So I've ordered to try, because Mike loves his bread. I've ordered this to try, Fibre Bread. I don't know, but it is a fibre bread, and the carbohydrates in this per slice, 40 gram slice, is one carb. So that's quite good, because normally with even with a seeded bread you would be looking at around about 10 to 12 grams of carbs, I think. So I'm gonna when I make it, I'll do a video me baking. I hope it's simple. Good grief. And then I've got this one to try as well. This is No Guilt Bakes low carb multi-seed bread mix. I have had low carb bread before and I've never been a fan because it's really light and chewy, but these are grain ones, so I'm hoping that the grain will give it a little bit of weight and a bit of taste as well. So this one has per 18 gram serving per slice would be 1.8 grams of carbs. I'm counting carbs because my mum was type 1 diabetic, and she always said it's not about the sugar, it's about the carbs. And that's true really, because carbs are sugar, they're just break straight down into sugar. So I'm going to try those two, and I will do a video and give a taste test as well. If anybody's going low carb, I'm doing all these testings for you. I've got some little snacks, and everyone knows, my subscribers know I like my snacky snacks. I love my snacky snacks, and I have a snacky snack cupboard at the caravan, which currently is empty. So I got these, and I have already tried a pack. Didn't eat the full pack. You only get so many per serving. It's actually a small handful. So per serving, on this one, the carbohydrates are per serving 1.3 grams per serving. And the serving's 20 grams, so it's just a tiny handful. But at 1.3 grams, if you thought to yourself, well, I can afford to have 2 handfuls, then you have 2 handfuls. So I got those. I've got most of the stuff off Amazon. So yeah, cheddar and onion, and they're nice. You know, they are nice. I like them a lot. So that's replaced my crisps and snacks. Keto crackers. I've already eaten a pack of these. When they first arrived, I was a bit disappointed because I thought they were going to be like proper crackers, and they're biscuits really. There's hardly any left because they're really tasty, and so it's like that there. So it's just a small biscuit. I put soft cheese on mine, and Mike likes a little bit of pate on his, and they're so tasty. And you don't need many, they're quite satisfying. So if he has a salad, he just has, I have 2 of those on his plate to give him a little bit of crunch. So yeah, there's not a lot left. You could do mashed avocado, but they're lovely with soft cheese. So carbohydrates in these, it works out per 100 grams, 5.2. It hasn't done per biscuit, I guess that's because they're all different. But 5.2 grams of carbohydrates per 100 grams. How many grams are in that? 150 in there. So it's low per biscuit. So that's my crackers. These I haven't tried yet. I've yet to try these. So because of those biscuits, I ordered these, which is a Crispbread, sunflower seeds and sea salt crisp bread. So it looks on the packet like it's a circle, like a proper cracker, thin cracker, hopefully. And when I try them, I'll let you know. But they look quite substantial size. Again, I'm not really. Oh, let's have a look. Oh yeah, look. Oh, that's a meal. So I'll probably fill that, cover it with things like tomato, mozzarella, bit of basil, bit of soft cheese as well, maybe a little bit of avocado, and see what they are like. They look nice though. GoPro camera cut out on me. That was rude. GoPro, sort yourself. So I have to start again with a couple of them. But anyway, right. These, I've tried these before. These saved me when I did do keto because giving up bread was difficult. So having a wrap, and they taste nice. They taste really nice. So having a wrap that you can sort of have a replacement to a sandwich, I think is really good. And so the carbohydrates in one of these is 4 grams. So again, absolutely fantastic. And what I like is that they last quite a while. This I've only just got these and they'll last till August. The packets are resealable, and even when you've opened them, they really do last. There's quite a lot in there. I can't remember how many. 8. You get 8 in there. Yeah, so I don't know, 22 grams of protein. I don't know if that means anything to anybody. But the carbohydrates is what I'm interested in, which is 4 grams. So they are that because they're low carb and they're keto things. They tend to be high in calories, high in fat. But I really like those. Now the no guilt, they also do. No, it wasn't those. It was Fitbakes. Sorry. Ignore me. There's a company called Fitbakes. I'll show you the little biscuits that they're doing, and they do a wrap, and it said 1 gram of carbs. So I thought, oh, I'll try those. But it turns out that the little wraps, they were a lot smaller, so that's why they're, I guess, less carbs. So yeah, Fitbake, they do these. I've already had a box of these. I've still got some left, but Mike loves them, and they just take the edge off. So it's these biscuits, Fitbakes biscuits, little biscuit bars, low sugar, high protein Fitbakes. So just put your teeth back in. 65 calories each, There's chocolate orange crunch, Belgian chocolate, hazelnut chocolate crunch, cookies and cream crunch, and these are 5 grams of carbs. Are they all the same? Cookies and cream is 5 grams. Yeah, they're all around about 5 grams of carbs per bar. So that's quite good. If you think again, the digestive biscuit 9 grams. So a good option. Fitbakes. Atkins. I've had these before. I had these on keto. They do so many different types of chocolate bars. You know, loads of them. Some are like mint, some coconut, like a Bounty bar. But they're really nice, these. 4 grams of net carbs, it says, per bar. 150 calories each, if that's of interest. But they're quite heavy. Each bar, there's a lot there. It's not like the light Fitbakes with light and fluffy crispy bar. There's quite a lot in these. The only thing I would say, I would only have half, and that was enough. Michael eat a full one, but I'd only have half of one and then save it, because I found them ultra sweet but nice, and again, take the edge off. Okay, next. I'm in. Okay, nudie snacks. And these are cauliflower crisps. Yeah. Let's see how many bags I get. Don't know. It did when I bought them. So, I mean, when I do the description, I'll put the prices on of these and how much they are. So cauliflower crisps, these are cheese and onion, which is my favourite anyway. Carbohydrates per bag, 12 grams, 12.5 grams. So I would have to count those. I couldn't just start munching my way through those, and certainly with Mike as well. You know, I'd have to count it into his daily carbs. Should I try one? Oh, go on then. Oh, they're like little poppadoms. Are they cauliflower? Oh, they're very nice. Cauliflower puree. They're really nice. Oh, snacks. Snacks for Cheryl. Right. I made a bit much of that, didn't I? I've nearly forgot these. These are in my cupboard already. What an amazing things these are. These are just saved pudding time. With Mike, you know, he loves his pudding. Simply Delish Zero Cherry Jelly. I've got orange as well. There. And the carbs on these, they're sugar free, but the carbs is 4 grams. It's a little bit naughty when they say sugar free, because if it's got carbs in it, then it's got sugar in it. It's just that they're not quite sugar yet, but they will immediately turn into sugar. I think it's glucose and fructose. I'm doing my research, you know. Don't quote me on anything, because I get it off YouTube. So yeah, that one is. So that one's the cherry one, saying no grams of carbs. But when you look at the 100 grams, it's 24 grams per 100 grams. It's saying per serving, there'll be very little carbs in. So same again with that one, 4 grams of carbs per serving. So that would be a quarter of a packet. It makes quite a lot of jelly. So I've been making those and serving those for Mike's puddings. You know, those puddings. And this one he hasn't tried this one yet, so I might do him this one tonight. This is a cheesecake, a little cheesecake flavoured pudding. And you can do it, you can heat it so it can be a hot pudding as well, this one. So that sounds quite nice. So that one, carbohydrates per 10 grams of serving, so that's quite a big serving. Per 10 grams, that's a quarter of the pack, is 7 grams. So I have to just be careful with that one. It's still not bad, 7 grams for a full pudding. When you think of the grams in one digestive biscuit, you can have for less carbs a full pudding. So that's his jellies, and then finally, I promise this is the last one, and I will show you when I make this as well and see what it really is like. This is it's ice cream. Just add a pint of milk, but if you want it to be lower carb, change the milk to cream. So I'll probably do that. So carbohydrates, where it says if it's made up into 100 grams of ice cream, then there'd be 8 grams of carbohydrate in them. That's with milk. I would have to calculate it with cream, but I would be happy with that 8 grams with a few blueberries. I think that would be a nice little treat for him in the summer. It says it's high fibre. I have been doing some research on carbs and net carbs, and once I know the truth behind that, I will do a video on it. It's more complicated than I thought. I have asked the question to everyone before and not really had a response, so I'm thinking nobody knows what's a net carb. It's supposed to be minus the fibre, but apparently it's a lot more complicated than that when it comes to processed foods. So I'll do a separate video on that when I'm ready. And I will show you the ice cream, and again we'll do a taste test and see what we think to them. There are some other things that you can get. There is some sugar-free sauces that I'm thinking of trying, little raspberry sauces and things, or maple syrup that I can pour over the ice cream. And I'm going to be looking at some keto pancakes as well. So it's got a lot coming up, but I'm going to get through all this lot first. So that was just a catch up. Just wanted to tell you why I've gone low carb, what's happening, how important it is to us for Mike to control his sugars, and we need this operation. So thank you for watching all the way to the end. I hope you've liked some of the products. So far, you know, taste wise, that I absolutely, I'm fine with them. I think they're really nice as good alternatives. And like I said, I'll do more videos as I'm trying them out and let you know what I think of them. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. You put up with me for this long. I'll catch you on the next one, but thank you. Bye bye. Mwah.